Okay, but if we were sitting somewhere else and we had the time, and I said, all right, Roy, teach me how to meditate. How do I do this? Would you give me a mantra?
No.
Would you give me an object to focus on? Would you say, well, it has to be a dark room, you must be sitting?
You really are curious.
I am very curious.
Yeah, well, the mantra is a form of hypnosis, and hypnosis doesn't require any change. The kind of mantra that you get from transcendental meditation, well, first of all, let me backtrack a little bit. There are two kinds of people. One kind of person likes to stay in his trance because he's somewhat egotistical and doesn't want to face himself. So his kind of salvation is to stay in that trance and deepen it so he can experience relief of anxiety more perfectly.
All right.
And follow his dreams without having to feel guilty.
Okay.
So there's a whole class of people we don't care about.
We can't help them.
No, no way.
They're gone.
They like the hypnotic kind of dreams, being caught up with personalities and cults and things like that. But the searching person, who really sees something wrong with his way of life, isn't so completely lost that he can't see that he's lost. That kind of person you can talk to. That kind of person you can teach how to meditate in the right way. And there is no focusing on objects, because if you focus on an object, a mantra could be spaghetti and meatballs.
Okay, we know that's not what we're going to do. I want to know what we do.
Well, we have too many mantras already, like music and noises and sounds. What we have to do is separate from all those mantras so that we let them sweep by and we don't get caught in the whirlpool. So, a little extra, shall I show you how it's done?
Can you? Sure.
Yeah, in a few minutes. I can't do the whole thing.
We have about a minute and a half before the break.
Well,
how much can we do in a minute
Not
and a half?
much, but
all right.
The basic technique is if you concentrate to the middle of the forehead, not hard, but gently, just locate a spot here without looking up with the eyes.
Okay.
And now be aware of your right hand. There's a reason for your right hand. And use that as an anchor to stay in the room, because you don't want to float into the future or the past. Now be aware through the middle of your forehead as though you're being, and funnel the attention down so you also include your hand. Now all of a sudden a dream will come up and snatch you.
That's right.
And you're into a dream, and then when you realize that you're into the dream, you also realize that you're not where you should be in the now. So you become aware of the hand as though you're looking through the middle of the forehead, and you practice pulling back to the moment.
Is the objective to try to clear the mind?
No.
It is not.
Not to suppress the thought, but to let the thought go by, but you don't go into it, without you going into it. And each time you succeed in coming back to the moment, you come back to where the truth is. People who drink or smoke are really running from the moment, into the past, into the future, through excitement of drink,
Does
drugs.
it put you in a position of having to analyze your activity?
No.
It doesn't.
You don't have to draw upon the intellect, because every time you make a decision based upon your intellectual knowledge, you deciding right from wrong is an ego trip. Somehow you miss a very precious way of realizing things as they are. Every time you decide for yourself something, you are building your ego, and it causes conflict, a fear of even making decisions. But there's another way of seeing things that's called by discerning. If you can give up that deciding right from wrong, living in the world of your imagination, and come back to the now where the truth is, then the truth will show you clearly. Aha, over here and over, and you don't have to make a decision. You can see.
Okay. I'm sure that our viewers have as many more questions for you as I still have, and if you do, you can call us now at 787-4444. We'll be back after this message.